So the Sixers beat the Boston Celtics 103 to 101. They just about squeak it out. And in typical Sixers fashion, they nearly blow the lead. I swear, this team has to give you a heart attack before they can close out a game. But on a serious note, it got me thinking, am I more confident or less confident about the playoffs after these past couple of weeks? Because we have had a tough schedule, but there's little things I'm not really liking, such as the way we closed out last game. Now, Embiid, on the other hand, is a special creature. Like, he is amazing. He's the MVP of the league. He's the best player I've seen. I don't care what anyone else says. But on a serious note, though, we had 103 points. Embiid had 52 points. He had over half the team's points. Of course, there's going to be some regular season games where that's going to will you to victory. There's going to be some postseason games where that's going to will you to victory. But it can't be a thing where Embiid's giving you 52, then you're getting 5 points from Tobias Harris, 5 points from Tyrese Maxey, 2 goose eggs from George Niang and DeAnthony Melton. That just cannot happen. The team needs to contribute more because it was a good win, but the Celtics didn't have JB or Time Lord, which is Robert Williams, sorry. Not saying that would have necessarily meant the Celtics would have won that game, but they were significantly weaker and we didn't get any sort of production from anyone outside of Embiid and James Harden and late game 3 Jay Tucker, who was cashing in them threes. But do you know what I found funny? That last three made in the right corner, he pump faked wide open before he shot. PJ, you're a sniper from the corner. Well, that's what you used to be. Stop hesitating, bro. Keep shooting them corner threes if you're open. But PJ did his thing still, and he did help us win this game. It was big in the fourth quarter. But that just got me thinking, is this team deep enough? Or is it a thing where, well, what do I mean by that? Well, we know our bench isn't the greatest, but there's days where the bench looks very serviceable. And there are days where you get nothing. Is it because of certain matchups don't mesh well, certain lineups? I did like the lineup of all together when it's like Harden, McDaniels, Reed, and one of D-Mel or Maxey. I really do like them bench units, but I don't know. It just didn't seem to click last night. And as a whole, we're going into the postseason. We can't let this happen because we play what? So we play Brooklyn in the first round. We might be able to get away with this against the Brooklyn Nets because they're not the greatest. They're a decent team. Mikal Bridges is a stud, but realistically, we have the star power to get by the Brooklyn Nets. The second round against the Celtics, we can't be doing this. I'm telling you right now, because that's all nice and Embiid at 52. He's a dominant player, but the Celtics have a very good defensive scheme. And in a 7-game series, there may be a game where he has a slight off night. That's when you look at Tyrese Maxey. That's when you look at DeAnthony Melton. George Niang, if he can finally buy a 3 from beyond the arc, please hit one. That's when you need these guys to step up to kind of pick up the slack and provide Embiid some sort of cover. Realistically, the Celtics' defensive game plan made sense. They left PJ Tucker wide open because they saw, he's been a bit iffy with his 3 this season. No one else helping Embiid in this game. Let's force PJ Tucker to beat us. And today, PJ did his thing, so we did beat them. On another day, that may not happen. So finding consistency with the bench unit and overall help is something which I really want to see. I will give Doc Rivers some credit because I feel like his rotations have been much better. I'm happy that I've not been seeing Dwayne Dedman. You know we don't like Dedman around here. He's trash. And I'm glad Paul Reed is getting the full majority. Not full majority, that doesn't make sense. The entirety of the backup center minutes because he's exactly what you ask from a backup center. Hustle, rebound, rim protect. That's all he does. So I will give Doc some credit in that aspect. But I don't know, man. There's some things that concern me. Like Harden was decent this game. He wasn't amazing. He wasn't bad. But I feel like his play as of recent has slightly concerned me. But that leads me to believe, is it a health issue? Because I've seen Harden this season. I've seen him play at the top of his game. I've seen him have off nights. But there's something about James which doesn't sit right with me. If he's having a nagging injury, just sit him out right now. Don't force nothing. Because you can't afford to go into a second playoff series with an unhealthy James. Like, I don't know. But maybe that's me overthinking. But I don't know. Like, this year, it's one of these ones where I can't say where we will get to. Like, in past years, it's more of like, yeah, I feel like we're second round exits. Yeah, we're definitely going to get to the conference finals, even though we didn't. Mainly the Hawks series I'm talking about. But this year, I don't know. There's a lot of things that have to go right, that could go wrong, that could directly impact the success of this team. It could be Doc fucking us over. It could be the bench not giving you any production. It could be the other team just selling. You never know. But as a whole, Embiid, you're that guy. And supporting cast, please, 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 At least give Embiid your average. At least give him something. Because if you do that, then yeah, I feel like we have a real chance of maybe taking Boston to 7. And in Game 7, anything can happen. Because I'm telling you right now, that Celtics team is dangerous. So don't underestimate them. They are a dangerous side. But that's what I already got for this video. Nothing too tough. Just a quick little ramble about my team. But let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with me, if you disagree, what content you want to see next, how far you think my Sixers will get into the... That doesn't make sense. How far you think the Sixers will go in the playoffs. But that's all I already got for this video. Thank you guys for listening. Stay blessed and I'm out. Peace.